Welcome, friends, to the SwitchForce Ventline. Return to the chamber of power, the power that is in your hands or your gloves.
Power gloves. Zach, this is one of my favorite things to do throughout the week. Ever since we started, I like hearing people's voice that isn't yours. I'm tired of
Wow.
So, with all that said, hey, wait, hold on. You don't like hearing other people's voices?
That's why I put us on camera this week, so you could look at me instead of listen to me. Give you a little bit
I've
more.
seen enough of you. I want to get into the calls.
Goodness gracious. God, okay, play the calls.
Hi, SwitchForce. I've been a long-time fan, and my name is Josephine, and I'm from California. I was just calling in because I just realized that since Reggie retired and has recently retired and has been there for 15 years, well, I mean, I'm 15, so he's been the only CEO of Nintendo I've ever known. And it's gonna be crazy to not see his, like, goofy and wonderful face and, like, amazing personality at every E3 and Nintendo Direct, as you guys have said. I just want to say that he will be missed, and I'm very curious as to what the next president will do to live up to Reggie's legacy. Thank you.
I got up on an early Sunday morning to say goodbye.
This is Zach from the future. I've already decided on a topic, and that topic for next week will be, what's your favorite Switch memory? The little comic could in 2 years old this week. It'll enter its third year of life. What was your favorite memory? Give us a call at 321-300-5293. Keep it under 30 seconds, your first name, where you're from, and your favorite Switch memory over the first 2 years.
Hey, this is Gabe, and you're listening to the SwitchForce Ventline.
You have a collect call from.
Hi, I'm Julie from Austin, Texas.
Yeah, hey, this is Quinn from New York.
My name's Cortland. I'm from South Carolina.
Due to heavy call volume, all circuits are busy.
Yo, what's up? This is Alex.
Hi, my name's Mo from New Mexico.
Hey, this is John from Chicago.
Hi, it's Henry.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold.
Hey, you have reached the SwitchForce Ventline. Thanks so much for calling. Leave us a message about this week's topic, preferably not too long, but have fun with it. And feel free to let us know your first name and where you're from.
Hey, SwitchForce. My name is Carlos.
Hi, my name is Logan from California.
My name is Riley.
Hi, this is DMSR6 from New Jersey.
This is the SwitchForce Ventline. And now, your hosts, Zach and Gabe.
Tell you what he's gonna do.
No, look how much they adore Reggie in his face. Why don't you adore my face or my voice?
Well, they never get to see your face.
Gabe.
They don't see your face very often. You can't even get lights on correctly.
I'm talking about you though. The fact that by the time we know each other for 15 years, you better love my face.
Me? Huh.
I've got like 8 years to go, 9 years to go.
Once your face has a beard, I'll love it. But yes, I was gonna say R.I.P. Reggie, but he's very much alive. But R.I.P. Reggie as far as Nintendo. Still sad about that.
Bring on Bowser. What a transition. You live with Reggie, and then you graduate to Bowser. I actually hope they play that up. I hope they do a weird CG Bowser coming and storming the castle, and then Doug Bowser walks out to a.
I hope Bowser kidnaps you, and then I have to go save you.
Goodness gracious. Ooh, so that's a plot to a nice movie. Dude,
There
you're
we
going to be
go.
up there with Michael Scott in terms of screenwriting. Anyhow, this is the show where you call in and give your takes, your thoughts, your opinions. Producer Eric, how are they going to get that done if they want to be on next week's show?
If they want to call in, they can call in to 321-300-5293. If you keep the calls under 30 seconds or less, that'd be the best thing possible. And, I'm going to go off the script here a little bit. I appreciate everybody calling in. And you know what? If you take the time out of your day to call in and you don't make the show, the reason we got to change up the script a little bit, how we do this, I'm going to give the next week's episode, I'm going to give somebody that calls in for the topic a $5 eShop gift card. If you take the time out of your day to call in to us and give us feedback on today's topic, I will give somebody a $5 eShop gift card next week. So you can call in 321-300-5293. The topic Zach will make up on the spot at the end of the video.
As always. Hey, look, off the cuff is the way to go. Let's hear the next call.
All right, so we asked last week the question about Xbox coming to Switch, the thoughts about it. So the very first call from my man Quinn.
Yeah, hey, this is Quinn from New York. Been watching your show.
I like
this
you
voice.
guys.
Been watching you guys since before the Switch came out. And I gotta say, with this whole Xbox thing, I'm honestly frustrated. It's really annoying because there's very little official info. There's just rumors and thoughts and deleted tweets, and like, even if it is real, it's probably not coming out for a year, and I'm trying not to get my expectations too high, because we saw what happens with that in Direct, and it's kind of, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to touch that. I'm waiting to get excited until they have something official. Now I'm just going to accept that it's been spoiled for me forever. Alright, see you guys.
Yeah, I'm going to blame Zach for spoiling it, but you know that this is a very sensible way to go about things, right? Don't get too excited until something's official. Zach, this might not even be a thing, right?
I mean, remember that this all originated from the session description from a GDC talk, so it is all based in that reality, which is official by all accounts. Since they haven't talked more, or they redacted, or whatever they did, that's where it was based. So it was based on something by all accounts of fit.
Well, yes and no. Xbox like chat coming to Switch, sure, like that. But as far as like Cuphead and
yeah, all the games and all the
I think that's what he's talking about. Like Ori, yeah.
I just meant that the idea and the concept that now has ballooned into all these rumors and leaks and speculative discussions, it did start from something that had, at least by all our knowledge, real basis.
There will be a Nintendo / Xbox baby of some kind, whatever form that takes. We don't know. But yeah, I mean, wait, don't get excited. I'm not getting excited.
I'm getting excited. Cuphead and Ori are two of the greatest non-Nintendo games in recent years. You know that. You love Ori.
Ori is one of my favorite games ever.
And Cuphead is freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, except for that one time that we played it at the event and I couldn't really get past the boss.
You were so bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's the secret truth. Like, I may seem like I'm the scattered crazy person, but Gabe really is the bad gamer.
What?
Hi, this is DMSR6 from New Jersey. So I totally believe this whole Microsoft thing. There's just too much smoke around it, so there's no, it's not true. And this would benefit Microsoft from them obviously getting more game sales, and they would get more recognition by people who only play Switch. And it would benefit Nintendo, obviously, by them just having a better lineup. And maybe Banjo and Smash, maybe. So I have an Xbox, but I barely play in it. I only play Switch. So I just enjoy playing handheld, and I don't have that much money to spend on games. So it'd be hard to manage two different libraries. So I love all the Nintendo games, but sometimes I feel a little left out on the other games. So Game Pass would be perfect for me. So I would get all those games, and I would only have to pay one price instead of buying each individual game. Anyway, thanks for listening, and keep up the great work.
Let me tell you where else there was a lot of smoke. Very quickly, Zach, before I forget. You know how my memory is. Star Fox Grand Prix had a lot of smoke.
But that was all based on rumor. That's what I'm trying to emphasize here. This is going to be a thing in some capacity.
Sure, again, but they're talking of games. They're talking about libraries that having one library. So that's
I think that's taking it to pie in the sky. Am I weird for being the most excited about Banjo coming to Smash as like the best outcome of all of this?
Yep, that's weird.
But that's so good. Like,
you can have there is
such a perfect fit.
There is a possibility of a Halo game on Switch. No. That's what you're excited for?
No. You know how Nintendo has like okay, they're responsible for getting banned.
Mm-hmm.
Viva Pinata 3. Switch exclusive.
Okay. I mean,
no love for Viva. No love. No pinata love. Did you ever have a pinata when you were a boy?
No.
No.
Nah.
Wow.
I'm very Hispanic, but I've never had a pinata.
I think honestly, it is going to be more of those secondary and tertiary things that form the foundation of this. I don't know that we ever get Halo and Forza and Gears on Switch, but I think Cuphead, I think Ori, maybe some Banjo love. I think those are the kinds of things that could come out of this. It is still a ways off. It is still something that is going to be in the future, but I am very excited by the prospect of really, it could be anyone, but the union of two major companies that forever have battled it out, like that is super cool. Whatever the capacity is, even if it's just the sharing of Xbox Live, even if it's just the sharing of Steve from Minecraft and Banjo-Kazooie, to me it's still like a monumental thing. And the fact that Nintendo is open to it, like the history books will show that this is very, very, very exciting.
It's definitely exciting. Almost as exciting as someone trying to break into someone's car or something. You hear that?
It's just Bowser. He's on the loose.
Okay, all right, there, it stopped. He heard you.
All right, you guys mentioned two games. How about this one? This is an interesting one he wants.
This is Freddie from New York. I'm hoping that from this whole Xbox Game Pass situation, we can see some of the behemoth games on the Switch. Now, I don't know if you guys have played Castle Crashers, but it's this awesome co-op beat-em-up game that would be just perfect on the Switch. So I'm hoping that through this whole Xbox Game Pass debacle, we can see Castle Crashers make an appearance on the Switch.
Was this Daniel, you said?
Freddie.
God, that memory. Who was Daniel? All right, regardless, Freddie from New York. You must have missed the video I made where I mentioned every Behemoth game by name, including Castle Crashers. I absolutely love Castle Crashers. I think it's really good. Perfect fit for Switch. The art style fits, and it's run on older consoles before. It has historically only been on Xbox, but then it came to other platforms. So yeah, that can totally happen even with no like Xbox Game Pass or anything like that. They can just like put it out if the Behemoth wants to. I don't know what they're up to now. People came out, didn't really make that much of a splash.
Has Castle crashed their reputation over the years.
Ever since
Castle
Crashers, yeah.
I mean, Alien Hominid was cool.
But that was before.
But I'm just saying, like, so they do have more than Castle Crashers.
Name them.
If what comes out of this is old indie / arcade games, is that cool to you?
No.
It's cool to producer Eric. It's cool to, after last week's roasting of you guys with the Spyro Knight trilogy, I was forced to go out and get a Switch to, I think the words were, actually learn something. And I'll be honest, I love the Nintendo Online. If they had an Xbox Game Pass version that worked the exact same, I would play it. That's just me.
Producer Eric, if you want to learn something, the first thing you should learn is the name of the game. It's called Reignited Trilogy, not... What's wrong with you?
Oh my gosh. All right, next call, guys.
Hi, my name's Mo from New Mexico. And I'm actually pretty excited about Xbox Live coming to the Switch, mostly because I have an idea that's like 95% not going to happen. But I have a bunch of friends and siblings who like Smash Bros, but they don't want to get a Switch because they're just not big fans of Nintendo. And so I was hoping that maybe Nintendo could let Xbox have Super Smash Brothers and release it on their system, and then we could play online together. I just think it would be a great idea. That's it. Bye.
But let me just say that I think 90%, 95% not likely to happen should be higher internet consortium of Switch and Nintendo rumors and talk, because so many things that pop up end up not happening. No, but I don't think these companies ever trade major IP.
Trade?
Like, I don't think that Halo is ever on Switch, and I don't think Mario is ever on X.
Yeah, no.
I think that as long as Microsoft wants to keep making their own console, they must retain certain exclusive properties, and I don't think that will change.
Okay. If you're Microsoft, who cares if Halo 3 is on Switch? Like, I mean, how many people are still?
Yeah, I guess if it's the old stuff, but then we get into a whole different conversation of why are we pining over 15-year-old games for Switch? Like, Cuphead makes sense because it's at least within the last 3 has a sequel coming out in a couple of months.
Yeah. Well, we hope. I don't know when that game's coming. Do you know?
Are you guys thinking this a little too big? Look at Origin Access. They're giving out full quality games, the entire thing, a $79 game with the free full editions for $100 a year. Every game EA puts out is on that.
Yeah, but that's all within one home, though. Yeah, but this is major publishers that compete with each other traditionally, like and it's cool that they're friends now. Like that's clear as day. But to trade IP like this, it's like EA and Activision like trading stuff. Like it's not a thing that has ever happened as far as I know.
So you don't think there's any possibility that if you are never going to buy an Xbox game, Xbox wouldn't rather have you pay that Xbox Live fee and a Game Pass fee to get the also Switch players? There's no possibility that happens.
I mean, there's a possibility of anything. I wouldn't say no possibility to anything, but it doesn't seem high. No, not to me at least.
Okay. I think that, again, I think you could make a hybrid Game Pass that includes plenty of specifically handpicked titles, sort of, if you want to go back to the EA Access thing, like how it is a curated list of titles. I don't think there's any way that it is in the way that Crackdown 3 and Sea of Thieves are on Game Pass day and date. I don't think that, all of a sudden Xbox's new titles are day and date on Switch. To me, it undermines their own console, and specifically when this would come to fruition would be right around the generation to generation, and I don't think any title for Xbox 2, Xbox Anaconda, Xbox Scarlet is going to work on the Switch.
Yeah, and that was like part of the rumor that they're going to announce the new Xboxes at E3, and that they're also going to talk about this like Nintendo Switch thing. Like, what better way to shoot your new console in the foot than
I think they're separate like ventures and separate programs.
Yeah, of course. The new Halo Infinite will never ever.
I don't
be
think
on Switch.
Game Pass that's on Xbox Scarlet and Game Pass that would be on Switch. I don't think that they are the same. At least not now. I don't think they're the same Game Pass.
Same.
All right, you guys talked about at the start Ori and Cuphead. Well, that is the topic of this Ventline because that was what over 50% of the calls were. So I'm going to play some of the calls and let's hear what people think about Cuphead.
Hi, my name is Axel Cordova from California, and I don't know how I feel about it personally. I kind of always wanted to have my console separate, but playing Cuphead on the go and stuff would be cool. I just wouldn't know how they would integrate it as a whole.
How do they do it?
I mean, the most likely thing would be it's like an app similar to what the NES ones have now.
Yeah.
Where you can just like jump in there. You have to be online. So, I mean, as far as playing on the go, if you're on the go in your house in a different room, sure, with Wi-Fi. But yeah, I think that's the easiest way to do it. There's talks that maybe it's like streamed, and there are games that are already streamed on Switch in other territories. In Japan, has Assassin's Creed. Resident Evil 7 is another one that was already done. So the technology exists and everything. It's just never happened here or anywhere else in the world, really. It's been Japan exclusive. And if you can somehow like stream these things, it introduces new problems, right? We are one of the worst countries in the world. Well, I mean, I don't want to say worst, but we're not one of the countries that's known for the great bandwidth. Like, that's not something we're fantastic with. Huge cities have amazing internet, sure. But so much of middle America, they don't get very good speeds. In order to stream those things, you're going to need them. And yeah, like, I guess you can just like buy Cuphead and like download it, but I don't think that's the route they take. So it'll be tricky to see even how many people can play these things.
If I boil it down to would I rather have an app and all this streaming nonsense, or would I rather just Microsoft be willing to share a portion of their library on the eShop? I'm taking that latter option every single time. To me, I'd much rather go and pay $20 for Cuphead on eShop than have to deal with some separate app.
Yeah.
So
and again,
honestly,
bandwidth.
I hope that's the route they take. I hope that if it is to be a smaller selection of specifically curated games for the Nintendo console, then I hope that they're just purchasable. Or if there is a subscription, then you can download them within the subscription. The NES games you don't have to be online for.
Yeah.
What if all the companies contributed games to the Game Pass and they split the revenue like a Hulu, where Nintendo contributed games, Microsoft contributed games, and they split the revenue service? Would that work if they did like a service like that?
I'm sorry, my doorbell. It might be the stupid TV. Hold on.
I mean, Gabe's having his own vent line. It's the doorbell. Call into Gabe's house, ring the doorbell. He might answer.
You know I'm using this, right?
Also, I love that Gabe thinks that I'm the caller because, like, when we videos, I like introduce a topic and then Gabe responds. Like, still is in the mindset dog style that it's me, so he always responds first, no matter what, because it's like, even though it's not me, it's as if it is me. So he always responds to calls first.
Okay. What?
Welcome back, Sonny.
Oh, wait, we're just going? All right, why not?
All right. I wanted to say on that the idea of all these companies working together to me is more crazy than two. There is no way to know.
I said two, just to start with, Nintendo and
Microsoft.
Yeah, they're just trading a couple games, just on like a cloud service, because Microsoft is developing the cloud service. So if Nintendo contributed some games, Nintendo would benefit by getting Xbox games. But
Tubby, think of something insane, right? I will make you a bet that we will never, ever, 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 ever. Hold on, let me change that. I don't think we ever get Mario like on the Xbox. This trading of things, like, sure,
no,
maybe
he's saying on Switch for a Switch game.
Well, no, yeah, because he said trade. Trade indicates that something's being given in return.
Like through a cloud service. So it's just like, say, Netflix. You have Netflix that you can watch on a Roku, a Chromecast. That's where I think this is going. I don't think it's crazy. I think Switch fans, you're very wary to be a little. I just got one last week, man. I'm learning all this stuff for the first time. I'm just saying.
Well, let me educate you a little, Eric, on the Switch. First, games stay at $60 for a very long time. Even the way. Probably not likely. Second of all, they want to push their online service, yet they won't even give us an indie game for the idea of them contributing major titles to a Game Pass. it just does not seem to be in their wheelhouse. And maybe they surprise us, but my best guess would be the reason that they want to integrate anything from Xbox is because they do not feel comfortable doing it themselves. So if they bring over Xbox Live, it's because their online doesn't quite match up. If they bring over some sort of Game Pass or some sort of library, it's because they don't want to do it themselves. I think that the reluctance to give us a Nintendo nostalgia virtual console Game Pass shows and proves that Nintendo just isn't about this, because that would be the easiest way to start this, and people would go crazy for it. People would pay $10, $15, $20 to have access to a Nintendo library. They won't even do that with their old stuff. So the idea that they're going to give us their new games, I think that is not even in this universe.
No, look, Breath of the Wild, at the end of the Switch life cycle, Breath of the Wild is still going to be like $40+, probably like closer to 60. It goes on sale every once in a while, sure. But yeah, that's not Nintendo's way of doing things. And they're a Japanese company. They do not change the way they do things. They have all this newfound success. They gain nothing from this. They rather sell you the game. They don't care about some subscription that Xbox is going to get a piece of. Like, that's not... Yeah, it just makes no sense.
Okay, all right, let's move on.
My name is Riley, and honestly, I think it's pretty cool considering I have an Xbox, and to see games like maybe Cuphead or games like that are usually exclusive on Xbox or PC come to the Switch would be pretty amazing. I'm not sure exactly how they would do it, but either way, it seems pretty cool. And I love the way you do your content. Well, later.
All right, we'll go into the next one really fast before we end this one.
Hey, SwitchForce. My name is Carlos, and I actually think that it would be really cool if Microsoft brought over Game Pass and Cuphead and Ori. I have a friend who really loves Ori, and I played it once at his house, and it was pretty fun, so I think I'd like getting it. And I would definitely pay for Game Pass once every month, because there's a lot of games that you can't play on Switch normally, and yeah, those would be really cool.
Okay, cool. Let's say Game Pass happens, and everything that's on Game Pass that isn't Microsoft can be playable on Switch, right? How are they running these things? At that point, it has to be streamable, right? Because Tomb Raider, right? That's on Game Pass now. How do you get that to run on Switch? That's not made by Microsoft.
I don't think it's the same Game Pass.
No, it's by the cloud streaming. That's what they're developing, is the Project X Cloud. It's the actual, to be able to stream that combined with 5G are the rumors that this isn't going to be like feasible for another couple years. 5G.
I still think it's incredibly cool. If we get anything from Microsoft, even if we just get Ori, that to me is incredibly cool. That is record book, write it down, super insane cool moment to see two platform holders unite for something, whatever it is. This does not happen. So whatever it is, give us Banjo in Smash Bros, give us Ori on the console. Regardless, it's super cool. So I totally agree with both.
Yeah. And that'll wrap it up. Actually, we got one more call. This is the last call. He is a 3-timer. When we went to record,
champion.
He's a 3-time champion, and this one might be a little quieter. He called in literally 2 minutes before I stopped and finished listening to every voicemail. So welcome back.
Hey guys, it's Comanche calling in for the latest topic. I think the topic, if I remember correctly, was with Nintendo and Microsoft working together, how I felt about it. As far as that goes, I think if Microsoft's best games start going onto the Switch, I'm immediately subscribing to Game Pass in order to take advantage of it. I'm already an Xbox Live member, so that's not such a big deal to me. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. There's a lot of great games that Microsoft has exclusive to their system, like Cuphead, Ori, and a bunch of others. And I would be totally on board with being able to play them on my Switch. Anyway, have a great day, guys. Bye.
At this point, an honorary SwitchForce Ventline host. So last call. That was it. So you guys can feel free to wrap it up. Appreciate you guys calling in. Again, once they give the topic, if you call in next week, if you take the time, I'm going to pick somebody next week to win a $5 eShop card. So.
Okay, Zach, I'm trying to figure this out very quickly. Maybe you know off the top of your head, because I'm having issues finding the answer. How much is Game Pass per month?
Game Pass is
it 10?
They give it to you free, but it should be $9.99 a month. Yeah.
Okay, so it's $10. Okay, it is $9.99 a month. That becomes interesting, I guess. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. It's an exciting prospect, like you guys said, and something's happening. I believe that. I just don't think Halo on Switch is a thing.
I just devil's advocate, just for like a quick second here. Yeah. Is it sort of hilarious that we're all excited about the prospect of like Castle Crashers instead of like, oh my god, there's a new PvZ game being announced this year. I hope Switch gets that. Like, have we just settled so much?
I mean, Switch likes old games. Wait, is there a new PvZ game coming?
It's getting announced. I don't know if it's releasing this year, but it's getting announced. Absolutely.
Wait, like Garden Warfare or like
a PvZ shooter?
Ooh, like Garden Warfare 3, probably. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
with
that's
plant Plant Battle Royale, could that be the one for me?
Dude, I hope that's on Switch. Oh my god, I didn't know. Where'd you
See, Gabe, look at the smiles that elicited.
Where'd you
I do
hear
think
this?
Gabe has to be cool though. Microsoft in any capacity. No, they announced it. EA in one of their calls said that PvZ has a new shooter game that's being announced.
I don't pay attention to EA too much. I'm not happy with them.
Well, hopefully you guys paid attention to the number. It's 321-5093. Again, next week's topic, because it's such a monumental occasion for the Switch, is what is your favorite Nintendo Switch memory or moment? The console has reached 2 full years of existence. March 3rd is that date. And this little baby is growing up real quick. So make sure to call in. Keep it short. Give us your favorite memory or moment, and we'll give you ours when we're back next week. Hopefully, a little bit bigger of a show next week. So get excited for that.
We're slowly making it better. This week we're on camera. Next week we'll be in your living room, in person, just like talking to you.
Should we keep the camera since you hate my face? You don't like my voice. You don't like my face.
I don't hate anything about you, man. I just want to give you a hug. Okay.
I'll try to have a massive facial hair growth spike this next week for you.
Perfect. That works.
All right.
I'll shave.
We're gonna have inverse.
Yeah.
You try to look like me. I'll try to look like you.
You better start eating some cheeseburgers, man.
By E3, we're gonna be the same dang person. I want people to not know who's Zach and who's Gabe at E3.
You gotta go eat cheeseburgers in the sun, buddy.
Yeah. I also need a hat. I need glasses.
No, the hat's there because my hair's pretty crazy. I'm gonna show people my hair. You see that? Pretty
Whoa.
long. You see how long
Wow.
that is? Yeah, boom. Just a little treat for those of you that stuck around.
Goodness gracious.
Can't
Goodness
even speak.
gracious. All right.
So much
but
gray.
Hey, no holidays nearby. It's not Halloween. We just passed Valentine's Day, so no more treats for any of you, especially not from Gabe. But thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate all of you a lot. See you next week. Thanks, Eric, for being here and running the stables of this beautiful galloping horse that continues to grow and become more majestic as the weeks go on. And we think you'll like where it's headed, hopefully. Till next time. Thanks again for myself and Gabe. Fantastic day. SwitchForce out.
I've spent